Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the Sun conjunct the Black Moon Lilith in a natal chart. Now, first off, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in a natal chart. They were a little bit concise, and some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up, well, if you have the Sun conjunct the Black Moon Lilith in a natal chart, there may be an intense focus, which is the Sun, on embracing the higher level, of the BML position. And if you have your, say, the Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius as an example, that higher level of the placement of the Black Moon Lilith placement may be connected with, selfless giving, altruistic endeavors, humanitarian actions. It could be doing something, on an environmental level, something for the collective good, making a contribution, strong contribution to astrology, instead of maybe being someone that may be causing some kind of disruption or dissension, within the astrological community, as some examples. Now, another thing too is that the Sun conjunct the BML in a natal chart may also manifest in shining the light, so to speak, which is the Sun, on that ability, on the higher level of the placement. If the Black Moon Lilith is in Sagittarius, as an example, it may have to do, the higher level of the BML placement may have to do with, philosophy or religion, being able to encourage others through, one's optimism, being expansive, helping others in terms of expanding horizons, benevolence. This is where, this is where it could, manifest and play out in a chart, as an example. Now, another way, the Sun conjunct the Black Moon Lilith may be expressed in the natal chart can be, the ego, which is the Sun, may be strongly connected and integrated with what the person may have a strong obsession and fixation for, which is the Black Moon Lilith. And let's say the Black Moon Lilith is in Taurus, as an example. That strong, the thing that one may have a strong fixation and obsession for may be simply be tied in with monetary matters, generating income. It could be accumulating possessions and matters with resources. It could be doing, something, could be Taurus related, whether it's working in banking, finance, agriculture, architecture, doing something with gardening, cultivation, as some examples. Now, also too, if you have the Sun conjunct the BML in a natal chart, it could be about, the biological father and the dominant males in one's life, and also children as well, which is the Sun, may figure, prominently in that void, in your life, which is the BML, and could be for better or for worse. Keep in mind, the conjunction is a neutral aspect. It can have good and bad qualities connected with it. And so the thing about this is, if you have, the Black Moon Lilith in Gemini in a natal chart, that void that one has in one's life, or at least by what they feel, maybe something of a cerebral nature, or something with communication, matters with short journeys even. It could be, lack of, maybe some, difficulty with diversifying, expressing versatility, or even manual dexterity in some cases. Now, the thing is to, if you have the Sun conjunct the Black Moon Lilith in a natal chart also, there may be, it could intensify, this aspect may intensify physical related, which is the Sun, trauma, and trauma is connected with the Black Moon Lilith. Um, the thing is, if you have your sun in the zodiac sign Cancer as an example, that physical related trauma may be tied in, issues with the chest, the breast, the ribs, the stomach, as some examples. Um, it could also be, having, there may also be, more of a proclivity in having suffering, which is the Black Moon Lilith, associated, with the heart, the spine, the upper back, the left or the right eye, depending on gender, which is the sun, because the sun rules the heart, the spine, the upper back, or the left, and also the left or right eye, depending on the gender. So those are, either there may be more suffering in those issues, and also to this person that has the sun conjunct the Black Moon Lilith in the natal chart, there may be, some kind of issues that the person may have to deal with in terms of, just dealing, with darker energy in one's life, dealing with more, nefarious people, people that can be destructive, that can have an ill effect, on the person's life. But it could also give more, of erotic sexual energy that may be intensified if you have the Black Moon Lilith conjunct the sun in your natal chart. And there may be that intense want, which is the sun, to express that erotic sexual side. If you have the Black Moon Lilith in Gemini as an example, it may be, there may be, erotic sexual energy connected with people that are younger, than yourself, that have a useful quality, ones that are very cerebral, versatile, multifaceted, those that can carry on, good conversation and are articulate, as some examples. And let's say if you have, now another thing too about the sun conjunct the BML in a natal chart, you can also manifest in being really cognizant, aware, and conscious, which is the sun, of the negative manifestation of the Black Moon Lilith placement, and that dark side that is connected with it. If you have your, say the Black Moon Lilith is in Aries as an example, it could be an overly aggressive or assertive or combative, type of energy, acerbic nature, that is there, and you may just have a very, intense, understanding, a lot of focus, on that energy, more so, than most people on average. And the thing too is, another thing about, this aspect, it could be something, strongly connected with one's life, which is the sun, that he or she doesn't want unveiled or divulged, which is the Black Moon Lilith. If it's, let's say the Black Moon Lilith is in Capricorn as an example, that thing that the person doesn't want, unveiled or disclosed, maybe tied in with one's past career endeavors, or, maybe there was some failure in business or something that strongly affected the person's public image and reputation, and maybe tied in with someone's social status and stature in life, as well as some examples. Now, another thing about this aspect can be where, there may be tremendous attention, which is the sun, being put on what would put one in a strong state of fright or trepidation, which is, the Black Moon Lilith. And if the Black Moon Lilith is in Libra, as an example, there may be some issues, strong fear connected with marriage, or, collaborating with others, things where there would be some being dependent to some degree on others, or, something, that's connected, even just compromising in general, acquiescing, to somebody else's, wishes, or, these are things, as an example, that could put one, in that strong, the state of, fear or trepidation in one's life, as some examples. And there may be, something too, about this aspect is that, another way, it may be expressed is that the basic fundamental character, which is the sun, may be more secretive, obsessive, passionate, or even vengeful, which is connected with the Black Moon Lilith than otherwise indicated in the natal chart. Anyway, people, that will conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.